What's good, y'all? So I was having a full-fledged conversation with myself because that's really all I have to do in the middle of a field in the middle of nowhere, Wyoming, just like my last video. Ain't nothing changes. This is the same day. I told you I got ideas and I got to record them now, So I was having a conversation and I had a thought that gave me pause. Like, dang, wait, I might be on to something, And once again, y'all may know this already, but it just hit me and I just want to share my thoughts with the world. My thought was that people only fear death when they've forgotten their life's purpose, their life's mission. Because if your life is full of purpose, every single day you wake up and like, okay, how am I going to do better? Like for me, for example, what am I going to share with people today? What am I going to teach people today? What am I going to shed some light on today? Okay, cool. And what impact am I having on the world? You know what I'm saying? When I'm in video mode, that's what I'm thinking about. Even when I'm not in video mode, I still say, hey, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? I still greet people with my thoughts, even when I'm not recording, because this has something to do with my purpose, And as long as I'm I'm living my life as I'm there in the moment. But then when I'm turning in for the day, I'm about to go to bed or whatever, I'm about to meditate or whatever, I reflect on my day. And then next year, I might reflect on this year. This year, I reflect on last year. And then whenever I think about a certain thought, So when my life is full of purpose, the last thing I'm thinking about is it ending, because I'm so enthralled in my passion. Every day is me learning so I can share it with the world. That is what brings me why would I want that to end? And why would I be fearing the inevitable, quote, quote, inevitable end? And I'll discuss that in a second. Why would I be worried about death if my life is so amazing? Once again, we live in a world of duality. There can be no death without life. There can be no life without death. There can be no up without down. There cannot be cold without hot. You know what I'm saying? So why are you focusing on your complete polar opposite? Why are you giving all of your energy to your opposite? If you're so like you have to think about this, where energy or attention goes, energy goes. If you're giving this much attention to death, you're just literally summoning it towards you. So why even worry about it? How about you give it absolutely no energy and live a life full of life instead of life fearing death? Live life, fear death. Your choice. Now, but let me go ahead and catch some people up on my beliefs on death, okay? These are my views on death. They may change when I see some certain other things. They may adapt with me, they may grow with me, or they may stand forever. The truth doesn't change. And if my truth changes, then that wasn't the truth I was believing in the first place, all right? These are my views. You see where you relate. You tell me where you agree, disagree, whatever, okay? Death is not something that you are supposed to be so worried about. I don't even think death is real. Like, we all have past lives, past life regression, memories, that type of stuff. I know that I was a thief. I have a birthmark on one of these sides. I have a birthmark on one of my rib cages where I know I got shot or stabbed. And I know I was a thief because certain characteristics of me carried over into this life. Everyone born on planet Kai, on Gaia, on what people on layman's terms, Earth, you are born here to deal with some karma. I know I was a thief in a past life because, and I've explained this multiple times, when I be walking through stores, I could just walk out with that. There ain't nothing they could do. Like, if I just wanted to steal me a bag of Skittles, what you gonna do? Chase me into a parking lot for some Skittles? You know what I'm saying? That's just how, and I always have that thought in the back of my head. Don't get me wrong, I'm a goody two shoes. You know what I'm saying? But it's like at the same time, though, I'd be like, like I got itchy fingers, like sticky fingers. Itchy fingers is like the shooting, right? Anyway, but nevertheless, I got killed in a past life. Am I sitting here stressing about that anymore? Quite literally, that was the past. That's in the past. It happened. And we're here now. Just like how people shouldn't be worrying about their problems in their current reality, I apply the same thing at the macro level. My past life was my past life. Now, what did I do in that one? Damn. And that's how I went out. Okay. And I kept on some karma because I was stealing. And in this life, I'm here to give to people. Okay, cool. Nice. What's scary about death then when you look at it like that? You don't even remember death. You don't remember it. Don't get me wrong. If you're scared of being tortured, okay, I can give you that. A little slow, painful death, I can give you that. I'm saying you shouldn't have any fear in your heart because you won't attract a circumstance like that. But I got you. I can give you that one. But for me personally, like if you get shot in the dome, you don't feel it. Boom, GG, game over. And then either you respawn, you go to heaven, or you become soil food, you become one with nature, quite literally one with nature, or you go, your soul is now free from this physical vessel, and you can go travel the cosmos freely. I see death as a beautiful thing. Now let me go ahead and clarify just a little bit, even though my belief, my stance still stays across the board. I'm more so talking about people that live their life and they just went out. Like whether it be illness, old age, that type of stuff. I'm not talking about gruesome scenes, where like a car accident or like a murder scene, a war. Like, don't get me wrong, just that image itself carries a very, very low vibration. That's why it builds that trauma in you. So I'm not necessarily talking about that, but at the same time, it's like it all goes back to what do you believe death is? Or like how death occurs? Do you believe people can leave here prematurely? Do you believe that you are born with a born date and a death date, like it's predestined? Or do you believe that once you accept death as real and a possibility, that is when you can? That's when it like gives the possibility for you to experience it in the physical world, because we manifest everything. So why not manifest immortality? Why not manifest health? Why not manifest protection, safety? Like the death can only happen when you manifest it. Once again, I'm still on the fence with that. That's why I just point out all the things that I bounce in between. Can you manifest immortality? Do you have a written date? Can you be taken out too soon? People say too soon, but maybe that was their date. Who knows? You know what I mean? And I also just see life as a game. I see life as a video game. And for people that don't know nothing about video games, I see life as a sport. Sporting games, a profession, whatever. It's all a game. That's something that Dick Gregory always said. It's all a game. And like in his older years, that's how he kept repeating that over and over, even when it didn't quite make sense. But he said, it's a game. It's a game. That's all he kept saying over and over. He repeated that. And once again, seeing life as a video game is nothing new. We've all talked about Grand Theft Auto, GTA. Florence Scovel Shinn. She wrote the book How the Game of Life and How to Play It. You know what I'm saying? This isn't a new concept, and it's one that I've adopted because it makes the most sense to me. It's like when you play the game, there are people that excel. There are people that become legendary. There are people that become so good at the game that you call them godlike. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's some people that do that. Then there's some people that play the game, or they try to learn a new skill, or they say this profession is stupid because they haven't learned, they never read the rule book. These are the people that blame the controller, blame the lag, blame their ethnicity, blame the gender that they were born with, blame that person, blame the government, blame. And instead of getting better at the game so they can stop bitching and complaining the entire time, blaming their friends, blaming their teammates on the game, especially if y'all play League of Legends or CSGO. That's all y'all freaking do is blame your teammates when you're the one that dove too fast. You used your blink too early, and that messed up the whole team fight. See, I didn't even play the game, but some of y'all related to that. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's the two different people. And there's some people that just play the game and just have fun. They're not looking to be number one, but they damn skippy would rather be where they're at and have fun with it. A couple wins, a couple losses, but instead of like living at the bottom of the leaderboard, the scoreboard, getting smacked around, getting blown up with a grenade every time you run around the corner. You always coming in last place in the racing game. All your teammates are blaming you collectively. Once again, you blame one person, it could be that person. If everybody else is blaming specifically you, all right, you might want to do some self-reevaluation, and at the end of the game, like whether it be like a round in a video game, you see where you ranked first place, last place, but whether you came in first place, last place, the new game is a new game. You just start over. No matter if you went 0-20 in Call of Duty, you went 0-20, 0 kills, 20 deaths. You start over, the next game you can go 20-0. because it's a fresh start. Now, because there's incorporating some of the spiritual beliefs into it, it's like I do believe that we have memory. We have internal memory, like an internal memory for your computer. There's memory on your hard drive. There's memory on the motherboard itself. There's memory sticks in the controllers. You know what I'm saying? Past lives. You remember a little bit of that. So when you live in this life, it's like, wait a minute, I feel like I shouldn't keep running around the corner over and over. Let me hang back. Now I've learned my lesson from my past life, from my past game, from my past attempt, I can do better in this one. And even though I did better in this one, I still have room for improvement. And then you grow and you grow and you grind and you grind. You grind in your life, where today I did 5 push-ups, okay? Tomorrow, it's, oh wait, I'm putting way too much force here. If I lean forward or lean back, and then when I do them with the right form, I can actually get more out. So then today I did 7. Okay, cool. Tomorrow you do 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8, 9, 12, 12, 11, 13, 14, 14, 15, 20, 100, whatever. Cool. Right? Because you learned from your previous mistakes. You're not blaming no one because you're the one playing this game called life. You are player number 1. You are the main character of this story. So what story are you going to keep playing? The one where you're suffering over and over and over, where you're scared and you just give up the game of life? I'm not trying to make light of a serious situation, but you go out here and rage quit, or you sit back, you study the people around you. You see that every time that person runs around the corner, he gets sniped. You see every time this person uses his move too early, this person's ready to counter that. You know what I'm saying? When you see somebody bringing it back to real world, when you see people that complain about how they can't get a job, but then you're like the little fly on the wall and you see how they interview, So tell me where you see yourself in 5 years. 5 years, man, I don't know what I'm going to eat for breakfast tomorrow. I actually don't really have any plans for 5 years from now. You gonna go into an interview and say that? Man, they didn't give me the job because I'm black. Huh? No, you suck at advertising yourself, bruh. That's your dumbass fault. You know what I'm saying? And people live their whole lives like this. Then when they get to the end credits, they judge the game. The game was stupid. No, you made stupid decisions in the game. Very simple. You know what I'm saying? I went on a whole rant about that. But anyway, because there's going to be a lot of gaming analogies. I think tomorrow's going to be gaming analogy day. I think we're going to do it like that. Today, I'm just saying whatever comes to my mind. You know what I'm saying? So do you want to enjoy the game, or do you want to bring everybody else's game down? Do you want to make everybody else's gaming experience crappy because you suck at the game? You see a lot of that. When people are being successful, all these freaking flies are so annoying. Well, when you're successful, people are going to call you a cheater. You're a hacker. You're this and that, blah, 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 blah. You cheated your way to the top. You fucked your way to the top, especially if you're a successful woman. You're not a woman that's just actually smart and knows how to get down in the boys' club. There's no way that a woman could do that. You fucked your way to the top. Who did she sleep with? You know what I'm saying? Or who did he bribe? Oh, because his family's rich, he just gets everything. Maybe, sure, he might have a silver spoon, but maybe that silver spoon prepared him to fend for himself. Stop making excuses for everybody else and focus on your own grind. You climb your way to the top if that's what you're looking for. Stop wasting your life bitching and complaining. What was my original topic? Oh yeah, see, this is what happens. See, there you go. I forgot to bring it back. So the thought that I was having is people that fear the end. They fear death. They fear this and that. Oh my God. They harp on failure. They harp on the death. They harp on coming up short. Oh, I just can't. Oh my gosh, what if? All you're doing is feeding the possibility for that to happen in your life. If you only focus on success and learning from your mistakes, then you're good. Now, if you find your life's purpose, this is something I especially talk about in from my senior retention community, but in general though, if you find a passion in life, your purpose, something that you love doing so much every single day of your existence that you are willing to do it for free, when you find that, all the bad shit just disappears. Because you're focused on the thing that gives you life, gives you a reason to wake up every morning. See, the problem is, it's like, I read this in this book, The Sacred Contracts, and I forgot the author because I read this one way in the real beginning of my spiritual journey. But one of the things that they say is, like, when you're born, your soul walks through this river. I'm sure it's biblical too, because I think it was actually a nun that wrote the book. I don't know. But anyway, it's like, there's like, your soul walks through this river, like up there in the astrals, up there in the cosmos, whatever. When you're about to incarnate, you walk through this river of forgetting, right? But of course, you carry on a few memories because your soul is infinite. Your soul contains all the information to everything. So you can't forget, like truly forget everything, but you're just kind of blocked off from that information, and you're going to live this life and see what notes you can take when you return back to your soul form, right? So you go through that forgetting. But here's the thing. This world is more mental than anything. This world is more mental. Everything that happens is here for energy, frequency, vibration, right? Energy, frequency, yeah, whatever. Whatever. Everything is about vibrations. Everything is about, tuning into the right frequency to manifest the things that you want into your life, right? If you're tuned in to all of the distractions that have been placed in this society, in this world, then you are going to be driven. You are, based off of everything that's going on in your mind, you are going to go off course. People that are so focused on Instagram likes, YouTube subscribers, Twitter comments and all that type of stuff. It's like, don't get me wrong, if that's your purpose, cool. But most of the time, that's not your purpose. That is your obsession. There's a difference. You could devote your life to something, but is it something positive that's going to like bring light to people, make other people's lives more enjoyable? Or is it going to be something that you obsess about and your life is only filtered through this tiny little lens and you've ignored 99% of the life that's going on around you, seen and unseen? You feel me? But here's the thing. Everything is mental. What you think about, where attention goes, energy goes. So if the person that came into this world that says, I am bent on world domination, is fulfilling their purpose, then they are going to do everything to control your mind. If they control your mind, that's how you control the world. If you control the minds of the masses, aka mainstream media, then you control what they believe, you control what they see, you control what they think. Like, we are in the world now. If you call me black, that's just automatically racist instead of you just, stating the obvious. You're black. Racist! Huh? Because that's what mainstream media is doing to us. Now, I know in the spiritual community, I ain't black. Okay, we're keeping it broad here. I get it. Melanated, neuromelanated, carbonated. I get that. But we're keeping things here basic. All right. So what Mr. Man that's serving his purpose is going to do is give you a whole bunch of distractions that keep you away from you winning. Hey, look at Twitter. Hey, Facebook. Oh, that's cool. Instagram. Oh, look at that girl with the big butt. Yeah, like, guys, yeah, don't you want to masturbate to that? Don't you want to spill all of your seed to that? Don't you want to spend all of your time watching pornography? On the same tip, all these fake celebrities, these celebrities that fake being rich, these celebrities that are getting scammed at these jewelers. Yeah, I just spent 500 grand on there. Yeah, get your swag up, lame man boy. Get your swag up. You do realize at most that necklace was worth 100 grand, right? But they know that you're a fucking idiot and they're going to take advantage of that. You see what I'm saying? When you think you're winning, sometimes you live in such a small box, you don't even realize you're only winning the mini game. You're winning at the side quest. But in the whole game, you're actually losing. It's like so they show you the fake wealth. So men don't think that, oh man, I don't have that. Man, I must not be doing nothing. Just showing you somebody else's success somehow belittled you. First of all, like, I'm gonna switch it back over, but like, why you see somebody else's success and you automatically just put your head in the ground? Man, what you doing? Just go copy what they did. Or carry that same energy that they did into your own craft, and the success will come. Then, once again, with that same thing, they give you the idea of what success is. So if you don't have the house, if you don't have the beautiful husband or wife, if you don't have the children, if you don't have the 3 dogs, the 3 golden retrievers, if you don't have land and a bunch of horses, you are a failure and you suck at life. You do realize there's some people that literally just want to go live in the woods, right? There's people that just want to go hunt squirrels and eat squirrels for dinner. Like, that's what they want to do. There's people that just want to simply live next to the beach all day. You know what I'm saying? Don't do nothing, don't job. They just want to exist and just enjoy being in a peaceful state. That would be success to them. You know, I had somebody try to, like, you know, a little troll on the internet, but they laughed at me for calling this my YouTube channel. That's exactly what it is. Oh, this isn't a YouTube channel. You only have such and such 100 subscribers. I was successful with 50 subscribers. What are you talking about? This is just icing on the cake for me. Of course, set some more goals, but I've already won. I've already beaten the game. Now I'm just free roaming. That's just what I feel like. Of course, I beat the little game, the mini game of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But like, I still got a lot more that I want to do. This isn't even my final form. You know what I'm saying? That's just where I'm at with it. You know? But then it's just like we're given all these distractions that take us away from our purpose. You know, women can't even look at themselves in the mirrors now because they're looking at Kim Kardashians, Cardi B's, and Meg Thee Stallions with all this fake ass prosthetics. We got our little girls wanting to grow up looking like these fake ass, you know, some of these people are men. You know, a lot of these people that you think are men are women, and a lot of these women you think they're men. But nevertheless, let's just assume that everybody's a woman here. Everything on them is fake anyway. Fake breasts, fake lips, fake hips, fake ass, fake goddamn calf muscles. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's baffling to me. You know, people think like like these young little girls out here are growing up seeing this type of shit. You know, who was it? I think it was actually Rashad Jamal. Like, he went down the breakdown. I want you, everybody needs to go do this. Go, I know I'm going on a different rant. Y'all know how I get back. Welcome back. But like, go look at female rappers, female hip hop artists from the beginning to now. I can go ahead and spoil it for you, but please, I want you to go see it for yourself. They start off wearing, you know, like the women's suits. They're wearing suits. They're wearing the dresses. They're covered. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying women cover yourselves. You know, show some cleavage if you want to, but I'm saying there's tasteful ways of doing it, right? So it was suits. They were fully covered. They got their hair. It was the makeup. They were flashy. They showed their beauty in different ways without showing the goods. You know what I'm saying? Then progressive, and gets a little bit later on. Okay, got a little risque, but that could still pass. You know what I'm saying? And now we look at today's age. To get famous, now you have to be shaking your ass. You have to be licking the stripper pole. You know what I'm saying? You have to be talking about how you want to suck you see what I'm saying? It's like you have to be doing all this, shaking your ass, having your titties all out just to even get your foot in the door these days. That's what our young women are looking at these days. And it's baffling to me. Why? Because somebody's on his purpose to destroy the world, and the people that should be saving it, the people that should be contributing to it, have been thrown off their purpose. So now they have these things like fear, worry, anxiety, guilt, and they surround their whole lives on that, when your whole life should be serving others, making people happy, you know, growing with people, laughing at your mistakes and learning from them. But now we fail once and people just give up. GG, game over, I'm done. I'm a failure. I'm not going to do this. Oh, I can't do that. Blah, 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 blah. And you just literally lived a whole life without purpose. You know, you lived your whole life without purpose. And sometimes, like, you know, it's like, this might be one of the things that, like, you know, like spiritual content creators might take out of context, you know, for those of you that are still trying to clout chasing in the spiritual community. Does that even make sense? But anyone that takes this out of context, whatever. But, you know, like, sometimes, you know, I really just be sitting here and I'd be like, sometimes I like the game. We live in the Matrix. And sometimes I'd be like, yeah. You know, like sometimes, like I have like the unpopular opinion in the spiritual community that, like, you know, sometimes I'm supposed to be playing this game. I'm supposed to be dealing with the quote injustice and the inequalities and stuff. Yeah, because that's the game I put into the computer. That's the game I put into the Xbox. That's the game I put into the PlayStation. This is the game that we all signed up to play. And we're supposed to be the heroes of the game, but we became NPCs. We became bots that forgot our mission. We forgot our purpose. You know what I'm saying? There's a huge, giant, glowing sword, the sword of Eldar, and blah, 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 blah. But we never went to go claim it because we stayed in the tutorial stage. We stayed in the very beginning where we want life to stay easy. We don't like challenges no more. Challenges are scary. And oh my God, anytime anything is kind of hard, I just throw my hands down and give up because I didn't have parents or strong figures in my life to teach me perseverance and to never give up. So I just throw my hands up because I'm a spoiled child that's always gotten what I want. So when I become an adult, now things are actually hard because I never learned as a child the basics of being an adult. So I just give up and throw a temper tantrum, and now it's everybody else's fault. And if that's the game you want to play, go for it. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I'm going to come out on top of the leaderboards. And I'm not saying because I'll be the most famous, be the most powerful, be the most, no. But I'm going to be remembered one way or another as that person that helped people. That's my purpose, and you can't take me off of that. Like I've already said 6 different times, it's like I'm so focused on making people's lives better. I'm so here to motivate people. I'm here to chisel out those little programs that we've been given, just chisel it out. It's like, you got to do all the work, but let me help you out here real quick. Hey, look at that. Don't that look a little crazy? We ain't never thought about that. Oh, hold on. And then when you start to go do your own research, you go down your own rabbit hole, you might be putting me up on some game, to teach me something. That's what we're all supposed to be doing. We are all part of the collective conscious, whatever. Consciousness, whatever. So it's like, we are all part of the same being. Now, of course, we live in a world of duality where for there to be success, there has to be failure. I get that, but I don't know. I guess it's just part of my mission to bring people more to the successful side. There are the trolls. There are the people that are here to bring you down. Like I talked about in one of the previous videos I recorded today. There's going to be people that try to put spells on you. People that still call it conspiracy, but MK Ultra you, take you out. You're doing a little bit too much. But I know I said the gaming stuff is for tomorrow, but life is a game, so it's still relevant. The game I was talking about, like I referred to, Last Mage Standing, they abandoned the game. That makes me sad. The game is still playable, and I still play it when I go home, but they're not going to be doing too much more with it. I'm going to buy that game. When I make it, I'm going to buy that game and bring it back. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, it's like one of the things that happens, I got so good at the game that people would then just follow me around because they knew my character. They knew where I typically spawn at, pretty much where you drop in, but it's a 2D little 8-bit game. So where you place yourself to spawn in. They know where I go because I do the same thing no matter who's about to challenge me. I stay there unless it's a high ranking character. Then you kind of play chess on the screen. But nevertheless, so people would spawn on me to try to kill me off jump. You know what I'm saying? And because I knew that they were going to do that, I don't sit here and bitch and go, oh, you're ganging up on me, man. I was like, challenge accepted. Most of the time I won, but sometimes they got me. A 2v1 that makes things twice as hard. But I see it as a challenge because then screw it, we're gaming. When I shit on both of them, you know what I'm saying? I shit on both of you working together, teaming up in a single player game, which is actually against the rules. But nevertheless, whatever. It's like, I beat both of you. Now what? So if you were to back down from that challenge, you will have never felt the thrill of life. You will have never felt that feeling of you got faced against impossible odds and you overcame. If you give up and blame everybody else whenever a little bit of a challenge, whenever a hard boss comes up and you want to rage quit, throw your controller at the computer, throw your controller at the TV screen. Now you got to pay $500 for a new screen, a new TV, whatever. Yo, dumbass. You know what I'm saying? All these people think it's funny to have broken controllers. That just shows that you're emotionally imbalanced and you're putting way too much emotional energy into a video game. But anyway, we're going to get off the video game, bring it back to spiritual hippy dippy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Those are just my thoughts. I know I went in circles. I did a couple zigzags, a couple knots, a couple circle backs, but those are my thoughts on the matter. Let me know what y'all think. Till the next one, y'all. Peace.